From Slippery Bill, why haven't the Ravens added Odell Beckham Jr.? So as it relates to OBJ, the Rams have so much interest, right? Like we all know that the Rams want to sign him. I get it. And I think he wants to go back too. OBJ doesn't have any leverage right now in contract talks. He's not healthy. He's not going to be out there and clear to play until late October, early November. For OBJ, $1 million right now, you don't need that. What you could use is get healthy on your own, and then once you're healthy, maybe there's some more receiver injuries. Maybe it's Baltimore. Maybe it's the Rams, the Cowboys, the Packers, whoever, who have some type of injury or Titans at wide receiver. And they go, shoot, we need OBJ really badly. And all of a sudden, there's a bit more of a bidding war than there might otherwise be in the middle of September or dating back to August. So I think OBJ's unsigned because he wants to wait. There's no rush from him to go get a new deal somewhere. So who will end up signing Odell Beckham? I still think the Rams should be your betting favorite since there is that good relationship there. So two options. Type in R for the Rams or O for a different NFL team. And other, if you will. This is the pinned comment on today's show. So if an ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know, R or O. Now, if you want NFL, NBA, and college football coverage all year long, hit that big red button and subscribe. We are Chat Sports, have videos every day, oftentimes multiple times per day on everything going on around the NFL. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe.
I think Lamar is going to leave Baltimore and go to Miami and get a 7-year, $330 million contract, $269 million guaranteed. I'm going to do some quick. I'm not very good at math. I'm pulling up my calculator to see how much money per year that is. That's $47 million per year. Yeah, I think that's possible because when you look at Lamar's current situation, he's from South Florida. So, like, if he leaves Baltimore, where could he go? Miami, absolutely. And I think that Tua is the guy there. I think Tua's going to have a good season. You finally give him some weapons. But it's very possible Lamar to Miami if Tua does not work out. Now, unfortunately for the Dolphins, they lost draft capital because they tampered with Tom Brady and Sean Payton. So they do not have their own first-round pick next year. However, they have the 49ers first-round pick, so still some draft capital. So look, the Ravens are not going to lose Lamar for agency. They would tag Lamar and then trade Lamar to Miami. Certainly a possibility, but the numbers that the elite put together right there add up. $47 million per year on a 7-year deal. Now, will the Ravens extend Jackson before the season? Type E for extend or type W for won't down in the comment section because we heard from Josina Anderson recently that he has given the Ravens a deadline, a self-imposed deadline, and there is an improved offer out on the table. But is that offer enough? We'll have to wait and see. Type E for extend or type W for won't. Will Lamar get extended? Yes. The Ravens would be foolish not to do it. I think we will see an extension before the season happens. If not, he might leave next year. And Miami certainly a team that's been linked to him, but I think when you look at what we've heard, Josina Anderson reported that there's an improved offer on the table. He wants fully guaranteed money. We'll see what happens. But the Ravens should extend Lamar, and I think will. Batman saying Lamar to the Giants next year. It's a possibility. I think the Giants and the Dolphins make a lot of sense if he becomes a free agent. Don't think Daniel Jones is the guy in New York, but I do think Tua might be the guy in Miami. What do you think the best Week 1 matchup is? A lot of exciting matchups in Week 1, starting with Bills and Rams on Thursday night. Go down. Let me know who is your best Week 1 matchup. I would say Bills-Rams. I get it's the first matchup, but it's probably the best one of the week. The Elite saying, any update on the Ravens mascot? So pray for Poe the Raven. Pray for Poe the Raven. He's out for the year. Adam Schefter reported that Poe the Raven is out for the year with I believe it was a left leg injury that he suffered in a mascot game against a Pee Wee football team. And then John Harbaugh confirmed the news in a press conference last week that Poe the Raven is out for the year. So prayers up for Poe the Raven. They're trying to find a replacement, and I'm told that producer Jeremy Chuggs is flying to Baltimore for a tryout later this week. We're confirming that here at Chat Sports. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already because we got all these live shows throughout the season, news and rumors videos every single day. Be sure to subscribe to Chat Sports if you're a big NFL fan. Ravens have a chance to sign OBJ. Maybe. I think the top 3 contenders right now are the Rams, the Bills, and the Ravens, but the Ravens need a lot of help at wide receiver. OBJ, by far the best guy out there in free agency. I understand he's going to miss the first half of the season, but he is still a really good option right now for the Ravens. They should bring him in, and the Ravens are going to be a playoff team. You could pull out your secret weapon, OBJ, in Week 10 or Week 11, and then he could be your top target for the rest of the season for Lamar Jackson.
All right, Jeff Rogers, you think the Ravens will pay Lamar Jackson or franchise him for 2 years? I think at minimum, they're going to be on the franchise tag tomorrow. Look, we're filming this on Wednesday. The deadline is Friday. We'll see if that gets done or not. But the Ravens, I think, want to keep Lamar. I think Lamar is asking for a lot of money. I understand that. There doesn't appear to be major rush from Lamar's camp either. I think he can use the franchise tag to his advantage. But I doubt the Ravens just let him leave as opposed to not paying him. We'll see if a deal gets done. I think that's one of the biggest questions out there in the NFL right now. Now, if you want NFL, NBA, and college football coverage all year long, hit that big red button and subscribe. We are Chat Sports have videos every day, oftentimes multiple times per day on everything going on around the NFL. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe.
The Panthers play the Browns next week. I need a full breakdown on what will happen and end it with a game prediction, please. I like this question, NFL kid. Baker revenge game. I'm going to be honest. I don't think Jacoby Brissett's very good. I just don't. Last year in Miami, he was mediocre. He's a decent backup, but can he start and play at a high level starting? I don't know. But Baker Mayfield, man, I mean, I'm surprised he's talking as much as he is. I mean, he's given the Browns a lot of bulletin board material, but I still think that the Panthers are going to win. In fact, I think that it's going to be a close game until the very end. I think it'll be like a 3-point Panther lead going into the fourth quarter. Panthers win by 10. I'm going to say 27-17. Panthers win. Baker Mayfield throws 2 touchdown passes, and he's going to be doing a lot of celebrating. That game means a lot to Baker Mayfield. Do you ever see the NFL changing their overtime rules to have a winner, then having a tie? I appreciate that question, Mr. Sports, because I actually have a great idea. I think producer Jeremy Chugg's going to like this idea. So I understand the whole player safety thing, why they don't want to play a second overtime. But here's what you do. Here's my idea. If overtime ends in a tie, you know how like soccer has PKs and hockey has shootouts. You have a kickoff between the 2 kickers. They start at the 10-yard line. Both kickers make that kick. They move to the 20. Both kickers make that kick. They move to the 30. Then move to the 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, so on. And then whoever misses, loses. I love it. It's a great idea. And then kickers are going to be very valuable in those type of situations. So the overtime rule should be changed. I mean, in American sports in the year 2022, there should be no ties. That should be illegal. They should change the rule. I think that'd be a lot of fun. A little kickoff, I don't know what they'd call it, kick, shootout. I don't know, but it should happen.
All right, from Vince, who is the most likely real upset in Week 1? Okay, so you're talking about real upsets. So I will use the Vegas odds from that standpoint to help determine the upsets. The Vikings are not nearly as big of a underdog as I would think that they are, or that they should be from that standpoint. That's kind of interesting. I do like the idea of the meme upset of Joe Flacco beating the Ravens. Not going to get my hopes up for that one. That seems a bit unlikely. So I like the Vikings over the Packers. I think that's a pretty realistic one from that standpoint. Beyond that, I mean, I don't see the Falcons beating the Saints. Lions, Eagles would be fun because it's the Lions, but I think Eagles win that one. So I'll go Vikings over the Packers.
On BetUS, if you use promo code NFL Daily for a 125% deposit bonus. That's the link right there, chatsports.com/bet. So if you put $100 in, you can get $125 in free cash to bet with. That's a great deal. Go and take advantage. A lot of great games to bet on this weekend over there. Chatsports.com/bet. They got college football, NFL, prop bets, everything you need to bet on. They got it. Chatsports.com/bet. What do you think is a fantasy football sleeper? Go down in the comments section. I'm trying to get in a fantasy league. I haven't joined a league yet. I want to join a league by the end of this week. But go down in the comments section. Who do you think is a fantasy football sleeper? Who are your top 3 breakout candidates for running back and for wide receiver this year? It's a great question. I don't think I can count a rookie as a breakout candidate here. I think Elijah Mitchell is going to be outstanding for San Francisco. I get it, they lost Mostert, but he's going to be the guy there going forward. I think he's going to be really good. Who else here? I think Chase Edmonds for the Dolphins is going to be really, really good. I think he's going to have a breakout year. And then when you look at some other guys, who else? Oh, yeah, Nico Collins, wide receiver for the Texans, going to have a good year. I think Jalen Waddle, I don't know if I call it a breakout year because he's really good in his rookie year, but when you look at what he did in his rookie year, like that was against CB1s. He's going to make CB2s look silly this year. Nico Collins for the Texans, as producer Jeremy Chuggs mentioned, he's going to have a really big breakout year as well. Again, Dameon Pierce, I think, is going to have a good year. Here's another breakout candidate. Devontae Smith? Yeah, he might be good. Because now they have A.J. Brown. He takes a lot of pressure off him. So, yeah, Devontae Smith, too, in Philadelphia, I'd say, is going to have a breakout year. What do you think about QB Will Levis from Kentucky? Michael, you're asking the right guy. I am a big Will Levis fan. I am such a big Will Levis fan that I might have to start doing mayonnaise in my coffee. That's how much I like Will Levis. I think he's going to be a stud at the next level. I think he has everything it takes to succeed at the next level. He looked great in their first game against Miami of Ohio. Won me some dough. I appreciate Will Levis. I think Will Levis from Kentucky is the real deal. I think he's going to be the third quarterback taken in this year's draft. I should say next year's draft behind C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young.
Junior Estrada, NFL draft sleepers for next year. Ooh, kind of early with just week 1 of the season. I was kind of hoping it was going to be Devin Leary at quarterback, and then he didn't play very well in the first game. That was pretty disappointing. Jack's in my ear saying Emory Jones. No. Sorry. Overall, it's a little early for draft sleeper conversations. If you check out the channel, I did some week 1 winners that I was pretty impressed by from that standpoint. Some losers in there as well. Like Mayan Williams, not a guy on my radar, even though he played for Ohio State. Played awesome. Rashee Rice, SMU. Good sleeper name in there. FSU had some receivers flash in that opening game as well. The Charlie Jones from Purdue, I think, is maybe a good example. Like Buffalo, Iowa, Purdue transfer, balled out in his first game for Purdue. That's a good name to keep an eye out for as well. Oh, and the South Dakota State tight end. I forget his name. That's a good one. UNC, Panther, King, Anime, Marvel. Think the Jags could make the playoffs this season. I think they're going to be better this year, which is a very low bar to clear, I know. And of the AFC divisions, the South is the least of the group, just barely behind the AFC East. Can they beat the Texans twice? Yes. Can they steal games against the Colts and Titans? Maybe. I think it's tough because you got to win 10-plus games. I don't see a 10-plus win jump for Jacksonville, but 7, 8, maybe even 9, and being in contention into December, I think that is possible.